Am I the asshole for dumping dinner in the trash and asking my family not to stay at my place again? That's going to be one of the stories on today's Thread Talk episode. Welcome to episode 107.
Keeping us on our toes, even me, eh?
Yeah, I know. What's the theme for today, babe?
Have you no morals?
Oh!
Clutching my pearls.
If you guys are new to our podcast, my name is Denver. My beautiful wife, co-host Teresa here. She's got her stories. I've got mine. We're blind reacting to each other. So let's get into it.
Shall we? Am I the asshole for walking out of a family dinner after my parents insulted my Thai wife? My wife, Fa, 32 female, is from Thailand. We met while she was studying in the US, fell in love, and got married 5 years ago. She is an amazing woman, kind, hardworking, and incredibly smart. Unfortunately, my parents have never fully accepted her. From the beginning, they made offhand comments about her being a gold digger and only marrying me for a green card. No matter how many times I told them otherwise, they held on to this ignorant assumption. It doesn't matter that Fa has a successful career, makes her own money, she makes more than me, by the way, and has never asked me for a dime, because in their eyes, she's one of those foreign women who trap American men. Last weekend, we had a dinner at my parents' house. At first, things were civil, but then my dad smirked and said, "So, Fa, now that you've been married 5 years, do you finally get to keep your green card?" My mom laughed and added, "Guess you don't need to be on your best behavior anymore, huh?" Fa went pale. I was furious. I told him to cut it out, but my dad doubled down and said they were just joking, but that we can't blame them for wondering how much of this marriage was for love and how much was for the visa. My mom nodded and said they just wanted to make sure I wasn't taken advantage of. That was it. I stood up, told them we weren't staying for dinner, and walked out with Fa. In the car, she was quiet. Then finally, she asked me if they really think that way of her, which broke my heart. Now my parents are saying I embarrassed them in front of the other family and overreacted. My brother says I should have just kept the peace and talked to them later on. They're refusing to apologize, claiming it was just a joke. I don't regret standing up for my wife, but now I'm wondering if maybe I should have just waited until everyone else is gone to call them out on it.
I mean, you could have, and you also could have done what you did. I mean,
Absolutely not. Completely disagree with that.
to not stay at all?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
They're being blatantly disrespectful and racist.
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like, what it meant, like, you could have, is if, like, you want to turn the other cheek and be that kind of person, then, like,
Be a doormat?
yes. Ding dong.
Okay.
Who dare?
That's not an option in my vocabulary.
Wow. Strong-willed Teresa over here. Got a backbone.
No, because this is... If he would have accepted it or just like talked to them later on, guess what? Nothing would have changed. They would have said another comment and they would have probably pressed harder and harder and seen how far they could have taken it, like how far his limits would have gone.
That's probably already happened. Like, it's 5 years in. It's probably
this
not
isn't
the
the first
comment,
Yeah.
right? So there's probably been a lot of other dinner times where he did that, and now he's fed up.
Yeah.
Now he's standing up for his wife
Mm-hmm.
by standing up and walking out the door.
Good. And good for him.
Yeah.
This poor woman.
Right? Just came over. Just found love at first sight.
Can't imagine that hate from your in-laws. Sad.
Yeah.
There's an edit to add. I am 33 years old. Didn't think to add it, but wanted to clarify as some may think it's some huge age gap between us.
I mean, if there was a larger age gap, you know, there could be something more to it. But realistically, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just the fact that they're like not going off of anything else. Like there's no supporting facts for their judgment. It's just the fact that she is an immigrant.
Yep.
And she needs a green card. So, I mean, she didn't need a green card, but she got a green card because of the person that she fell in love with and married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just a pure judgment with no basis of facts.
Agreed.
I just said the same thing twice in different words. Top comment says, "Not the asshole. You can't keep the peace if there was no peace to begin with. They shot first and have been shooting for years. They're just mad you aren't willing to let them use your wife for target practice anymore. Though it really shouldn't have taken 5 years for you to put your foot down about it. You are an asshole for that, but not the actual question being asked. Quote, telling them otherwise wasn't strong enough, and you know that. But anyways, better late than never.
I do agree with that. He kind of
That's
is
true,
an asshole. Like
actually.
he let this, how many
5
subtle
years.
little digs and jabs have they taken over the last 5 years?
Good point.
Right?
I've lost a little bit of respect for him.
Like there's 5 years. You would think if like they're going this far, there has to be little other jabs. Actually, I think he says that the parents have never fully
Mm-hmm.
accepted her from the beginning. They made offhand comments about her being a gold digger and only marrying me for a green card. No matter how many times I tried to tell them otherwise, they held on to this ignorant assumption. So you either A, allow that to happen,
Mm-hmm.
or B, you just pushed it under the rug. You know what I mean? But you still kept coming around. Like
Yeah.
you weren't
You didn't
firm
stand
on
up
any,
for
you didn't
her.
stand up for her. You didn't stand up for yourself. You didn't stand up for your relationship. And then it continued on. If at the beginning, say 1 year's in, and they made an offhanded comment about her being a gold digger, and you shut that shit down, you stood up and walked out right then and there, it wouldn't be happening to you now. It's happening to you now because you never did that before.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that you gotta take that shit head on.
Yeah, I don't know. If I was your wife, like, I would be happy you stood up for me, but also, like, yeah, why did this take so damn long?
Well, it does say that in the car she was quiet, then finally asked me if they really think that way of her, which just broke my heart. You would think
So,
that reaction from her, if she's quiet and then finally asks, do they really think that way about me? You would think this gotta be like the first time it's come at her,
yeah, like maybe they've always made comments behind closed doors.
behind her back
Yeah.
to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he tried to like push it off. And this seems probably like one of the first times they've said something to her face, or else she wouldn't be like that in the car. She would be like, man, your parents are absolutely ridiculous. Like, would not be as taken aback and heartbroken.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think that all the offhanded comments were kind of behind her back before.
That could be true as well. All
Could be
right.
the case. Who knows?
I'm respecting him a little bit more now.
I'm respecting it a little bit less. What do you mean?
Oh,
You never stood up for her of all
no,
those
you're actually
times?
so right. What am I saying? Because behind closed doors is arguably worse.
Yeah. Right?
Because your wife isn't even there. No, that's actually, I don't like that at all.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
Either way, yeah. Like, he knew about it. Didn't say anything about it, so shame on you. OP does make a comment reply saying, to be honest, if they haven't come around after 5 years of marriage, then I think they will never accept it. I can somewhat understand when we were still in the dating phase that they were worried about me, but all these years later, it's just straight up racism at this point. If it's not the gold digger and a green card jokes, then it's something else like all ties eat bugs or some other ignorant stereotype. Yeah, I expected nothing less from them, actually.
So like I said,
That tracks.
they've been saying shit for a long time and he hasn't stood up for her.
Pisses me off.
Yep.
Move on.
All right, over to me. Am I the asshole for dumping dinner in the trash and asking my family not to stay at my place again? My family is visiting for a couple of days. My brother, his wife, and their 2 kids. I tried to be a good host and cooked a nice dinner for everyone on their last evening here, though I had a busy day at work. For context, my house has an open floor plan, so we were all in the same area. I let everyone know that dinner was ready, but no one came to the table. I thought maybe they hadn't heard me because the TV was on, so I repeated myself, but still got no response. I went ahead and made my plate and sat down to eat. Meanwhile, my brother's wife was watching Facebook videos, my brother was watching football, and their kids were playing video games. When I finished eating, I picked up my plate and asked if anyone was going to eat. My brother got up and went to smoke outside, the kids kept ignoring me, and his wife just gestured that she was busy. After 20 minutes, the food was cold, so I threw it away. I wished them good night and told them I wasn't their servant, and that the least they could do was acknowledge the effort someone puts into cooking for them. I told my brother he wasn't welcome to stay in my place again.
Period.
Am I the asshole?
No. No. Although, what a waste. 20 minutes and you throw out the food. You could have kept it for leftovers for yourself, at least.
So there's an edit that does say, I had cooked fried fish. It doesn't reheat well. I don't want my house to smell bad either.
Okay. I mean, fair enough. That's your prerogative.
Another edit says, the family eats fish, and a few days ago my brother mentioned he misses mom. He missed mom's old fried fish recipe, so I decided to cook it for them.
Bro, nothing would set me off more.
Yeah.
Everybody ignoring you, like a family of people, a household of people ignoring you in the living room, like scrolling on their phones, watching TV, like.
Welcome to 2025.
And I'm like, hello, dinner.
Dinner,
Hello?
bitches.
No, because actually nothing pisses me off more than me preparing all day for food, or even just like a couple of hours for food, having to time it perfectly for like every dish to be warm for dinner time. And then either people are late or they don't get up from the freaking couch.
From the couch.
From the couch is crazy.
From the couch. And she does say the least they could do is acknowledge the effort someone puts into cooking for them. We just stayed at my sister's house, kind of, in their driveway with the RV.
Basically.
Because we live in an RV full time. And I could not imagine chilling inside, like on the couch, and she's like, dinner's ready. And I just...
We just ignore her?
Just ignored her.
What?
I couldn't comprehend doing that or having anybody that I know or in our family do that to us.
No, I know.
So this is just like, what?
Like, how is this happening right now? I would cuss someone out.
How is this reality?
I would just like turn into a blind rage.
I would do the same thing. I would throw all the fish out and say, hope you're not hungry. Suck a fucking bag of dicks if you are. So the top comment says, not the asshole. The next time your brother wants to visit, respond, great, where will you be staying? We will have to get together for dinner while you are in town. This line was quickly taught to me by coworkers when I transferred to Las Vegas. Everyone I had ever met was tracking me down, looking for a free place to stay. They quickly had other plans when they realized my doors were closed. OP replies and says, that's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
And someone says, OP, how did your sister-in-law respond? To which somebody quotes OP's original post and says, waves her hand and keeps watching Facebook videos.
Crazy. Like, what were they waiting for?
Right? Like
20 minutes? What could you have possibly been waiting for?
She ate all by herself. So that's like
you
10,
didn't hear like the
20 minutes, right?
Plates and cutlery clanging.
Yeah, like I could
in the
understand.
kitchen?
I can understand the kids. Kids suck. Kids are ignorant. Kids will only just continue playing video games unless they're told to like go to dinner. So I don't put any blame on the kids
No,
because
this is all parents.
they're freaking munchkins and munchkins are dumb. It's all on the parents. The parents have to tell the kids, hey, go to the dinner table. And if mom is just sitting there watching Facebook videos, kid's not going to walk away from Call of Duty. He wants to just keep playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly.
When he gets hungry, he'll grab some snack or something like that. So, but yeah, then the part is like, I pick up my plate and I ask if anyone's going to eat. My brother gets up and goes to smoke outside. Did he like say anything? Oh, I'm going to come eat after I go have a smoke. Like,
also, how long was that smoke? It doesn't take 20 minutes to smoke.
Well, I think he did that after she had finished her plate.
Oh.
Yeah. So second top comment says, rude as fuck for those people to act that way, and they're teaching their kids the same behavior. You are not the asshole. No way. I would have probably said some more choice words if I were you. I'll tell you that.
No, exactly. I wouldn't be able to hold my cool.
OP replies and says, what's most upsetting is a lack of acknowledgement. The kids wouldn't even look up from their phones, and his wife just waved her hands as signals she was too busy to pay attention.
Not even words.
Could you imagine just sitting on the couch, just waves her hand off? I'd throw the fucking fried fish at her face. And like the kids are learning from example. The kids are learning from their mom.
Yup.
And then someone replies to OP and says, it sounds like they just pretended you weren't there. That's so deeply insulting. I would have reacted the same way. Like, aren't they there to visit and spend time with you? If they were just using your house like a hotel, they can stay in one next time. And OP replies and says, that's what made me upset. Made me feel like they were using my home as a hotel and I was an inconvenience. You were an inconvenience. How dare you try to make them food? How dare you interrupt her Facebook video time? How dare you?
Also, who uses Facebook videos?
Sometimes I do. I watch
I
Facebook
know, I'm
videos.
calling you out.
Yeah, because you're a heavy TikToker. And
Yeah.
what happens with my TikTok is the algorithm is too good. See, the algorithm on Facebook, not as good and therefore better. What I've
I
learned,
can actually get behind that.
yeah, so what I've learned from the TikTok algorithm is it's too good. It keeps giving you the same shit. So
Yeah.
I'll go through like these loopholes. Like there's like Dylan Page, the news daddy guy who like does some like global news and stuff. So like I'll watch some of his videos and then I'll start getting recommended other profiles that are like similar things like global politics, and they post a video every 24 hours about like what happened around the world with like other countries and stuff. So then I'll be going down a political rabbit hole and I'm like,
Oh,
cool,
what's
the
that?
French government collapsed a couple months ago or something. Like I don't know. So then it'll go another way too, where like for the vlogs, editing our travel vlogs, because we live
Yeah.
in the RV full time, I'll see a cool edit that's like, oh, that was really cinematic. Like I want to try to learn how to like get that angle, get that shot. I got to remember that for next time I'm filming. Next thing I know, I'm swiping and all it is cinematic. Like edit this, like check out this edit, check out that edit, and it redirects anything that I give it attention to and just triples and quadruples down
Yeah.
on that. And then that's all the content that I get.
Yeah.
Where Facebook will be like just random tidbits of funny content. And a lot of it will just be like little scenes from shows and stuff,
Oh,
like
you love that
Chicago
shit.
Med or something, or just dirt biking. It'll be like it doesn't know how to focus in on what you like. And therefore, I don't start seeing the same shit over and over and over and over again like TikTok does. TikTok really hones in on like, if you like something, it gives you a whole rabbit hole. Facebook, you don't go down a rabbit hole
Yeah, the
as much.
algorithm's not
And
as
then
good.
and then Instagram Shorts is kind of hit somewhere in the middle. So I kind of, I fuck with that a little bit. Sometimes I like my Instagram Shorts. It has a pretty good algorithm. Reels, whatever. Yeah. And then YouTube Shorts. You know what my YouTube Shorts algorithm is? Right now, my YouTube Shorts algorithm, it's all like movies and behind the scenes, where like if you go to YouTube Shorts, the popular content it will show you like a movie scene, but then I'll have words on the top and the bottom, and it'll have like a short paragraph describing like what's happening. So that's like all it is. See, look, I go to it, there's the scene, and then on the top it's like, this is what the movie is, and it's like, did you know while they're filming this scene, like this was it? And like that's all my freaking YouTube Shorts is videos with like words explaining the video in a different, it's all it is. So
this is very like boomer coded.
it is.
Like that's something my dad would watch.
It seems to be the most popular thing. And I've noticed on TikTok too, my TV shows, instead of just giving me the TV shows, there's now like a 1 through 5 list. Have you seen any of these yet?
No.
And like, it's like a 1 through 5 list, and it says like, as it's going through the scene, a key word will like pop into one. And it's like the 5 parts of breaking down that scene. The followers, they know what I'm talking about.
I don't
They've
think
seen
they
it.
do. I'm not sure
I'll have to show it to you. Yeah. So that's what my algorithms are. So I fuck around with Facebook videos.
Interesting. Okay.
Some good stuff on there.
All right. Well,
back to you.
Okie dokes.
Okie doksies.
Okie dokes.
Just a quick shout out to Cottage Springs for providing their real juice vodka water for me. We're drinking some peach and pomegranates. We got a little.
It's a party.
Loose Lips Denver here for episode 107.
Alrighty. Am I the asshole for not inviting my nephew to my son's birthday party?
Yes, how dare you?
I, 35 female, have a son, Cillian, 14 male, who just recently had a birthday. The issue stems from his birthday from last year, where we invited all his cousins and his friends to celebrate him. The party went great for the first half, but when it came time to cut the cake, I went over to the fridge to get it and saw it was half eaten. I was obviously upset about this because this had been a cake that I had made by a professional baker that cost me around $140, and my son really loved the design. I asked who ate the cake, and my sister, 44 female, laughed it off when her son, Robbie, 16 male, told her that he ate the cake because he was hungry. To be clear, the cake wasn't the only food at the party. Throughout the party, we served many different dishes such as wings, veggie platters, pizza, chips, and sodas. I was obviously angry that my son couldn't have his cake and had to quickly go out and buy one from Walmart. I'm honestly still shocked with all the food at the party. Robbie still managed to clear half of a huge cake. It was enough to produce about 20 slices. I called my sister later to tell her I wasn't happy with what her son had done, and since I had spent so much money on the cake, I expected it back. She then accused me of being fat phobic, which absolutely is not true. I have never once discriminated against Robbie at any time. This was just a false accusation. To explain, Robbie had a weight problem and has been having issues with binging since he was around 13, which is why he is about 250 pounds, and my sister has never failed to let anyone know of that and expects for everyone to bend over backwards for Robbie since he has it hard. This year, Cillian wants to have a friends-only party with the exception of 2 cousins, one that only his friends and closest cousins could come to since he hated his party from last year. I asked why, and he explained to me that he was embarrassed of Robbie since all he did was poke fun at his friends and him, bring his own uninvited +1, and obviously he ate some of his cake. I complied and only invited his friends and allowed 2 of his cousins to join as well. Luckily, some of my siblings were understanding. The only one who had an issue was my sister. She called me to ask why Robbie wasn't invited, and I explained to her that Cillian doesn't want him there because of what he did last year. My sister was infuriated and said she knew we had an issue with her son's weight. Since then, she has been ranting all over Facebook, and I've been getting calls from relatives, and this entire situation has been stressing me out. Am I the asshole?
No. How? Listen, is my son it's not even like I didn't even invite him because I didn't want him to eat my son's cake. No, her son explicitly said, I don't want him there. And the eating the cake was not even the main issue for him. He says that last year he's rude and makes fun of and pokes fun at him and his friends. Brought his own +1. They had no idea who that was, which he doesn't just bring a +1. His mom lets him bring a +1.
Yeah, exactly. But he's 16.
Yeah.
That's old.
Yeah, that is old.
That's old.
Yeah.
Like that's an age that you know better. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, you don't just go and eat someone else's birthday cake.
Because you're allowed to.
I don't care if you're starving.
Because you're allowed to.
You don't do that. And like she said,
you have no respect.
She had other food at the party, so it wasn't like he was malnourished.
No. Like, even if he does eat a lot because he's overweight, like, that doesn't even matter because...
Irrelevant, honestly.
It's actually irrelevant from the whole... Like, if you take
Completely.
that factor, like, yeah, I get why her sisters could be having a tick off or whatever, chip on her shoulder, but, like, take that out of the equation. Plain and simple, you ate the birthday cake.
Who does that? Like, who would be okay with that? Like,
Nobody.
I would put it back on her and be like, if it was your son's 16th birthday and my son ate his cake, you would be okay with that? You would be happy about it?
Yeah, you think it's funny? Doesn't matter. You could not eat for a week. You could be fasting for a freaking week, like, and you come to the birthday party and there's no other food there besides the cake. You don't get to eat the cake until the candles are blown out on it.
Exactly. And you got 1 slice.
Yeah. Plus,
not 10.
Yeah, when they said enough to eat 20 slices, I was like, this kid's heading for diabetes.
The whole cake was 20 slices. He ate half of it, so 10
No,
slices.
it says, I'm honestly still shocked that with all the food at the party, Robbie still managed to clear half of a huge cake. It was enough to produce 20 slices.
I took that as the whole cake was 20 slices.
Well, 10 slices of cake.
That's still
10,
absurd.
20, like that's absurd. But you take the weight issue out of the situation, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Like you said,
Yeah.
like at the end of the day, you ate the birthday cake.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, oh, he ate all the pepperoni pizza and the other kids had to eat the deluxe and the cheese pizza, and he ate a whole pizza to himself. He ate half a party pizza to himself.
That's
like
fine.
Whatever.
Like, if you were to do that, that's fine.
You touched the one thing you shouldn't have touched when there was so much other food there. Even if you didn't eat half the cake, even if you had one corner,
even if you put a little
finger for the icing on the corner, you took an Oreo off of an Oreo cake or the cherry off, whatever, doesn't matter. You touched the birthday cake. That's like birthday etiquette 101. Don't touch the birthday cake. Don't blow out the candles. So
it's gluttony.
Absolute what?
It's gluttony. Am I using that in the right context?
I think like, isn't that
Gluttonous.
Like for wasteful food and like overeating and stuff? I don't think that doesn't mean don't eat the birthday cake.
Excessively greedy. A group of gluttonous partygoers.
Well, like we said, that point is irrelevant. If he ate all the pizza, that would be Glutinous? Gluttonous?
Glutinous.
Gluttonous? What'd you say?
Gluttony.
Gluttony? Yeah, so him eating all the chicken wings would be gluttony. Doesn't matter how much he eats of the cake. He ate 1% or 50%.
I think it still applies.
Yes.
It's gluttonous to eat the half of the birthday cake.
Agreed. But
Thank
the main
you.
issue is the fact that he touched the cake.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This name, Cillian?
Cillian, yeah.
Cillian. Here's what I don't understand. We've been doing these Reddit stories for a long time. And most of the time, people choose fake names for the stories.
I don't think this one did.
When it's a hard, weird, complicated name or just not common name, I'm starting to question whether they used anonymity or not, whether they were anonymous or not.
Unless
because
this person was watching Peaky Blinders.
Is this name from Peaky Blinders? I feel like you're pulling a long shot because I feel like you can't.
No,
I feel like you wouldn't know any of the characters' names from Peaky Blinders.
Cillian Murphy. I think his
Who's
last
that?
name is Murphy.
Who's that? I don't know.
Wait, is it not?
I don't remember
it
this.
Is Cillian Murphy.
Who's that? I don't remember this.
God from Peaky.
Okay. Oh, like the actor's name.
Yeah.
Not the Peaky Blinders character name.
Well, he's the only one. Like, I only know him from Peaky Blinders.
The Dark Knight.
He was also in The Dark Knight.
Batman Begins. That's where I remember him from. But yeah, okay.
Oh, he's from Oppenheimer too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a great movie. But what I'm trying to say with my name thing here is like when it's a complicated name, I'm like, I think that's their real name. Because if it's a fake name, why don't people just use Bob? Why isn't everyone on Reddit named Bob? When they come up with all these complicated names, I start to question whether or not they're being anonymous or not. Yeah.
Or my point still stands. She was watching Peaky Blinders.
Right? She's a fan? Yeah.
Okay, top comment. Not the asshole. You don't have an issue with her son's weight, nor are you being ableist or fatphobic. You have an issue with him bringing an uninvited guest, making comments that made your son uncomfortable, bullying your son and his friends, and last, but most importantly, he ate half of his birthday cake. There was plenty of food and he was not starving. He's old enough to know what the word no means, and he knew he should not have ate that. His behavior is why he was not invited. I would consider going low contact with your sister. I think you'll find your life much more peaceful that way.
Handy.
Also, like, if you are absolutely starving, again, like, you are old enough to, like, ask. Like, this person said you're old enough to know what no means. You're old enough to, like, ask your mom for food. Hey, can you go out and get me a fucking cupcake?
Yeah, also, like, Mom, there's no food here. Like, they got
all this stuff I don't
cucumbers and carrots.
Yeah.
There's no cheeseburgers here.
Yeah.
Can you get me a cheeseburger, Mom?
Use your freaking voice. You're 16.
Run to In-N-Out. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, back to you.
Okay, but, like, who out there, let me know in the comments, guys, if this happened to you, right? So your son has his birthday. So before your son has another birthday, this motherfucker Robbie's going to have a birthday. It's just the way that it works, right? He can't have two birthdays without Robbie having one birthday.
Yes.
So when it's Robbie's birthday, you're going to be invited. It's your sister, right? Your cousin's he got invited to your party. He got invited to your party. You're going to be invited to his party.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like, this would have been before the second birthday came around.
Yeah, before your second birthday came around. Robbie had a birthday in between last year and now your new issue. Why did you not go to Robbie's birthday party and eat half the cake? I wouldn't have even eaten it. I would have shoved my hand in it, grabbed a big chunk, and then just thrown it on the floor, on the kitchen counter, or just in Robbie's face, or in the garbage or something. But there ain't no fucking way. I'm the parent. There ain't no way that I'm letting this go unpunished. Like, he's not my kid, so I can't punish him at the birthday party. The most I can do is say, hey, please leave with your son. I'm going to play it cool. I'm going to be like, you know what? It's no big deal. I'm playing the long game. No big deal. All good. Don't worry, buddy. We got you a Walmart birthday cake. Don't you worry. All cool. No problems over here. Robbie's birthday comes up. I keep everything cool. We're invited. First thing I do, as soon as I get in the house, I'm heading straight to that cake and I'm fucking that cake up. And when it's time to blow out the candles and Robbie's like, what happened to my cake? I'm like, that's it, you little bitch. That's what happened to the cake. A fucking karma. There's your life lesson. Yeah,
You're really passionate about
I'm
this one.
going for it. Like, no, because I'm big with this part. Like, kids, you know, you can't, what can you do? You can't discipline them nowadays. You're not their parent. You're not pulling out a belt. You're not actually disciplining this kid. You're not doing anything. So the only thing that you can do is fuck up his next birthday cake. That's your only option. What other option is there?
As an adult, though? Like,
Yeah.
you want her to do this?
Yeah. What's the mom gonna do? What you gonna do? Sis? You ain't gonna do shit.
Sissy?
Come at me. You ain't gonna do shit. You're gonna demand money for the cake? You didn't pay me for my cake. So we're even. Consider us square. That's it. I would play the long game. For 100%, I
Hunter's
would.
upset.
Don't frig with the cakes.
Out of all the swearing words, you decide to say frig now.
I'm trying to tighten up my belt. I'm trying to become more PG friendly.
Okay, didn't sound like it.
Maybe PG-13 here.
All right, over to you.
Okay. This one's coming from Best of Redditor Updates. My stepmom kissed my boyfriend on the mouth.
Okay, how is this PG-13?
Listen, I said my language, not the stories, is trying to tighten it up.
No, what is going on? I'm scared.
My 22 female stepmom, 38 female, was drunk, but it's still crazy. My boyfriend is 26 male. We were celebrating my boyfriend's birthday. My stepmom loves to drink and she's been drunk on many occasions. Usually she just becomes a louder and chattier version of herself. She's gotten angry drunk a few times too. Maybe what kind of drunk she becomes depends on her mood. Yeah, that's how it works.
That's exactly how it
I have never gotten drunk and I don't drink alcohol, so maybe I'm ignorant on its effects, but I can find it hard to believe alcohol can bring this out. Actually, I have heard it depends on what you drink affects your mood. If you drink wine, it makes you happy. If you drink beer, you become angry drunk. That's a fact.
Wine makes you happy?
Wine makes you happy drunk and beer makes you angry drunk, and that's a fact. It's not the mood that changes. It's the alcohol beverage that changes your actions.
Okay, when I would drink years ago, wine always made me cry.
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh.
That was a joke.
I'm like, you're wrong.
Yes. She's like, I've never gotten drunk. I don't know how alcohol works. So I was making a joke.
Oh, haha.
Please correct me if I'm misinformed. My boyfriend was sitting on a chair, but like reverse. So he had his arms crossed, resting them on the backrest, and his head was on his arms. We were watching a game on TV, and the birthday part had kind of winded down. Most of the guests were gone. I was cleaning up. My stepmom was lounging outside and smoking. I missed some of the approach, but my boyfriend said she just came up to him and she was slurring her words and the TV was loud. So when she said something to him he didn't catch it, he gestured for her to come closer and say it in his ear. She leaned in and told him, "You're so handsome, movie star eyes."
Oh.
He just smiled back up her and kind of laughed it off. He could tell that she was very drunk. The rest of it I saw for myself. He returned his attention back to the TV. She reached out and touched his chin to get him to look back at her, and then she leaned in and my boyfriend told me she said, "Happy birthday, darling," and kissed him on the cheek and then suddenly on the mouth.
Oh my!
If that wasn't enough, she tried to kiss him again on the mouth, but he pushed her face. She laughed and I was so shocked I was frozen, and I don't even remember what I said, but I said something. I remember my boyfriend's friend said, "Did she just kiss you?" My stepmom just laughed it off and told us, "Don't make a big deal out of it. It was an accident." She won't so much as apologize, but when she got sober, she approached me privately to tell me not to tell my dad.
Oh.
Am I the asshole if I tell my dad? Or is this really just not a big deal? I don't want to cause stress for my dad, but I think this is a little too big to file away as drunk oopsie, in her words, and just forget about it.
Absolutely tell your dad and keep your boyfriend away from her.
Lock him up.
Lock him up and throw away the key. Oh my God. I wouldn't know how to act around her.
So
That's disgusting.
one of the relevant comments says, "She completely crossed a line with you, your boyfriend, and your father. My father is going through a divorce with a woman who is similar, drinks a lot, and is inappropriate. I caught her kissing a family friend on the lips many years ago. Now they are divorcing. I shared it with my father. He was upset because he said he suspected for years she was having affairs. I wish I had called her out at the time. My father could have left her years ago. She is now testing you. And because of her behavior, I'd put money on the fact that she will try to gaslight you to your dad moving forward. You run the risk of losing your relationship with him. I'd sit him down with your boyfriend and her. Say that this is uncomfortable, but you'd like to put some boundaries down. She is not to flirt, kiss, or touch your boyfriend ever again. If she puts it back to being drunk, then let her know she needs to get some help on that if she's going to cross a boundary every time she drinks and can't control herself.
Mm-hmm. This doesn't just happen when you're drunk. That action came about because you were probably attracted to him when you were sober, or, fantasized about him before
Yeah.
while you were sober. So, no, I'm not going to let this slide at all.
I'd like to know how old her dad is. Because the
Because
age
she's
gap,
22.
she's 22, stepmom is 38, and boyfriend is 26. So
Yeah.
unless it was like her dad had her when he was
16.
16, 17, 18, and her around that age, like stepmom is most likely a little bit of an age
Younger.
gap, potentially 5 to 10 years younger than her dad. And the age gap's not too far away from her boyfriend. So an age gap I find interesting here.
Yeah.
So there's an update that comes one day later. Hi, everyone. Thank you for responding to my advice request on this sub. I got asked it a lot, so I'll say it here in case my comment didn't get noticed. My dad is 43 years old, so the age gap difference between him and my stepmom, 38, isn't super drastic. Not super drastic, 7 years, but definitely, lower and definitely going towards
That's
the
5 years. He's
Oh, yeah.
43?
Oh, yeah.
That's our
My bad.
age gap.
Yeah, 5 years. I don't know where my math was there. Yeah.
That's literally our age gap.
All right, that's a completely reasonable age gap. Yeah. I did get called out. I got called out for my age gap stance on someone posted on r/ThreadTalk podcast with their story.
Oh, yeah.
And at the end they said, I know Denver always calls out like large age gaps, but can you just ignore that for the story and give your opinion on it? So I do get called out from that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like us, our age gap.
No. Just whenever I read a story, I'm always like, what's the age gap? And whenever I think it's a large age gap, like I don't think siblings who are like 12 plus years apart are more like a parent child relationship than a sibling relationship. They're not as close. And some people are like, no, I have siblings 10 years apart and we're like as close as two peas in a pod type of thing. So yeah, I get called out a bit. Okay, back to this. People were wondering where he was during this. He was at work. I waited until my dad was home alone. I told him what happened. We have a rocky relationship because he has poor emotional regulation. That's why my mom left him. It's getting better between us though, since both of us have been making a conscious effort to communicate calmly. So this conversation was one that I was dreading with my dad, but it went as well as it could. My dad's first response was still to be irritable and defensive. He focused his anger unfairly on my boyfriend initially. I had to make it very clear that this happened unknowingly and spontaneously as far as my boyfriend is concerned, and that he was the victim in this. I also mentioned to my dad that my stepmom told me not to tell him. My dad was too angry for words and didn't say much to me. He left the house and came back later a bit more cooled off. He made me repeat the order of events again and exactly what was said. He then said the rest is between my stepmom and him and he doesn't want me to get involved. He requested me not to have my boyfriend over for a while. I can go over to his place instead. That works out since my boyfriend doesn't feel comfortable around my stepmom anymore. You guys speculated my stepmom has a drinking problem. She definitely does. I think it's gotten worse in the last few months. I don't know why though. I've never had any issues with my stepmom, but we are not exactly close either. Someone comments and says, good for you for telling your dad. I'm sure that was an uncomfortable conversation, but it needed to be had. Yes, your stepmom has a drinking problem. That's the root cause of the situation. I'd keep your boyfriend away to make sure this doesn't happen again. And OP replies and says, thank you for the push. I hope she gets the help she needs, but unfortunately our relationship will never be the same because it's been a day and she still hasn't apologized to me or my boyfriend yet.
Yeah, that's not a drinking problem then. Like, at the root of it, she's disgusting. She's not apologetic.
If it was a drinking problem, sometimes they could be very apologetic after when they're sober and they're like, so sorry, it's just, I got drunk.
Not the first reaction being, don't tell your father.
Yeah, but you also like double down on it, and even when you're sober, you're refusing to apologize or anything.
Yeah. No, that screams guilty to me. The court finds you guilty.
Guilty. Guilty as charged. All right. Back to you.
Am I the asshole for giving my daughters 1 week to leave my house after what they did to their half brother? I have 2 daughters, both over 20. They graduated college and moved back in with me because they couldn't find a job. My house is my late husband's house, Robert. For context, their dad and I got divorced 9 years ago. I got remarried to Robert and had my 7-year-old son, Tom. The girls didn't have a good relationship with Robert. In fact, they hated him because of what their dad filled their heads with about him. They lived with their dad. They chose to before going off to college. Robert passed away 6 months ago after a long battle with disease. It was just me and my son, Tom. The girl's dad got remarried last year, and the woman is basically a witch. That's why the girls stopped visiting there. They lived in a rental apartment during college, and their dad used to pay for rent, but stopped after the wife fought with them. The girls couldn't get a job to pay for rent and asked if they could move in with me and Tom for a while. I, of course, said yes, although I knew how they felt about Tom. They moved in, and they were nice to Tom, but also distant. 2 days ago, I had an unexpected call and needed to leave the house. Tom was in bed all day because he was sick, and I asked the girls to look after him for 2 hours till I got back. I left quickly, then an hour later, I got a text from Tom asking me to come home because he threw up again in his room. He said he called for his sisters to help, but no one responded. I immediately tried to call them, but both lines were busy. I did my best to come home earlier thinking the girls weren't at home, but turned out they were. One was downstairs the entire time. The other said she was using kitchen appliances. That's why she couldn't hear Tom. I was going to believe them till Tom said he tried to text them, but they didn't respond. I checked their phones after they tried to deny it, and he was right. His message was read, but not responded. I blew up at them both and called them pathetic. They argued that I was making them act like they are the parent and placing responsibility on them. I knew this wasn't about that. They hated Robert. Fine, that might be a little understandable. But Tom is a kid, and he has no part in all of this to be treated like that. I knew they neglected him on purpose, so I told them they had 1 week to move out, and they started arguing and even crying, saying I'm being too harsh on them, and acting worse than their dad's new wife. I said this wasn't up for discussion, and now both of them are giving me the silent treatment, basically making me feel guilty about the whole thing. Maybe I've made a wrong decision, but seeing how they've neglected their brother merely out of resentment and hate makes me feel upset and quite concerned to have them around. Am I the asshole?
No, I mean, it's pretty unfair. You are living in my house, either rent or rent free, whatever it is. And I ask you to just check in on the 7-year-old who's sick in his bedroom. That's the bare minimum that you can do for staying there.
I don't even think it's about like doing each other favors. I think it's just like on a human level.
Right? The decency.
That is the decent moral thing to do.
And they said that they argued, making them act like they are a parent, placing responsibility on them. If you want to be in this house, yes.
Or also just be a good person.
Yeah, that too.
Just be a good person. Like, this is a 7-year-old kid sick. How can you just ignore that? I couldn't imagine.
Their head has just been filled with so much bullshit from the ex-husband.
Yeah. It's sad. I feel so sad for that boy. Like, how long do you think he waited before he had to call his mom?
Right? Exactly.
Sad.
But also too, like, it says that she called them and then didn't hear. Their both lines were busy, so I headed home. I would send a. Did she send a text right after too? Because for me, if I was in that situation, whoever I think is home, it'd be an immediate text message sent after the phone call as well. So then it'd be like, you didn't call me back and you didn't reply to my text messages.
Mhm.
Like, you seems to me like you know what's going on, and there's a reason you're not picking up your phone for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Tom already texted you to say, hey, I need help, and you ignored him, so now you're ignoring your mom. Blatant, like, disrespect and on purpose.
Top comment says, asking your adult kids to babysit their sick brother for a couple of hours when they are living rent-free in your home is not parentifying them. It's asking them to help you out. They neglected him on purpose and in doing so lost their privileges. They have no one to blame but themselves. All they had to do was check on a 6, 7-year-old. It's so sad how people take their emotions out on innocent children. He did nothing to deserve that, not the asshole.
Yep.
Also, yes, very good point that like you were kind of like forced to make this decision to kick them out because you don't know what they're going to do next around Tom. Like you already see this hate that they have towards him. Like why would you want to wait and see what can happen next?
Very fair. Somebody else commented says $5 says daddy never made them do anything, so they never learned basic life skills and can't actually take care of themselves, let alone their kid brother as a result.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daddy just gave it to them easy. Yeah. I think you're 20. Figure your own shit out. You don't like this? Go fucking work a job. Go pay your bills. Go pay your own rent. Go find your own apartment. Like, go surf couch on your friend's house or whatever. Like, tough luck.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Tough luck.
like you had one shot and you blew it. Like I could see where the mom could give him a second chance and be like, we need to sit down and have a conversation on your fundamental problem with Tom and why that's freaking bullshit. But
But at the same time,
at the
that's
same time, you don't deserve that. Like as a mom, if I felt bad for kicking them out, I could see her being okay with that. But at the same time, like she doesn't owe them that. If that's not what she wants to do, then she doesn't need to do that.
also like them aside, you're showing Tom that like you're okay with that behavior. Like
I don't know if like having a conversation with them and coming up with ground rules and coming up and trying to correct the problem would show Tom like you're okay with it. Just saying no big deal and like not doing anything would show Tom that. But if you like not necessarily like get them in trouble, but like have sit at the dinner table. They have to explain themselves. They have to, you need to have a conversation with me and you need to convince me why I should not kick you out in a reasonable way. Not just, oh, please don't, blah, blah, blah. No, let's have a conversation and let's go through it. Why did you ignore him? Let's get to the root of the problem. Why did you ignore him? And if
yes.
you're not willing to have that tough conversation with me as a parent, then you can get out. I don't need you here. I'm doing you a favor. And I'll explain to you, I'm doing you a favor. Why would you do that? If you can't explain, if you can't articulate to me why you're sorry, what you're sorry for, where you see where you went wrong, what you're going to do in the future, if you can't have that conversation, then I don't need to put a roof over your head. You're not 17, you're 20.
Mhm.
Good luck on your own.
Yeah.
But I could see, like, as a parent, where kicking your kid out to be homeless is a tough thing. So maybe some parents would want to go that route. I think me personally, I would want to prefer to have that tough conversation and try to fix the root problem because I feel like in the long run, like they are half siblings. Like in the long run, maybe it's better to like try to correct their relationship with Tom to like make it better. And if you just kick them out, without trying to fix the root of the root of the problem doesn't get fixed. And all they do is hold more resentment for Tom in the future for any future thing. So that's such a tough thing to balance.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like there's room for that if you're like 16. But it says they're both over 20. Like I just
Yeah.
feel like that's not going to change at this point. Like they're old enough.
Yeah. Never know. I don't know. At the same time, like I do see where you're coming from, but like isn't there a thing of oh, a second chance? Everybody deserves a second chance,
I guess.
no matter who you are, how old you are.
Was that a thing?
It is a thing. So it's a tough, that's how do you balance that, right? Like it's a tough thing for sure.
Yeah. All right. Back to.
Okay. All right. So this one's coming from Best of Redditor Updates. I, 29 female, think my significant other, 30 male, is poisoning me, but I am not sure and I don't know what to do.
Oh no.
Background. I am generally fit, active, and healthy 29-year-old who gets sick only maybe once a year and lasts at most 2 days before I'm back on my feet. I've been with my significant other, 30 male, for over a year now, and we haven't had any major fights at all. However, starting 5 months ago or so, my significant other has been sending me food that either he or his family has prepared, and also various supplements, which I take from time to time. And call me crazy, but I've noticed my health start to decline. I'm less able to work out and I've gotten sick frequently. Note that I've been cooking and eating my own food all this time. I don't eat deliveries or whatnot, and I have not fallen sick at all. Also note that he and his family can cook. This isn't one of those amateurish cooking food poisonings kind of thing. My significant other has access to both hospital supplies and agriculture supplies. His fam has versatile professions. I've taken a stool test one time I got sick, but that came back normal. So I thought that I might just be overthinking it. I have absolutely no way of knowing for sure. Nonetheless, I have gotten sick again and I ordered some delivery. The next day, I felt much better. However, my significant other brought over some more food the next day, which I ate, and lo and behold, I got a bit sicker the next day. As for the motive, I do not know at all. I am not parasitic and shower them with gifts regularly to acknowledge and reciprocate their goodwill. I'm keeping them from finding out my suspicions, but yeah, how should I proceed?
Okay, well, I think because it's in this category, it's not going to be good.
How do you proceed to know whether or not your significant other is poisoning you?
Well, like my first thought wouldn't be poisoning. I would think like food allergy or I don't know, they're putting something in the food that maybe you don't normally eat and you're allergic to it or sensitive, like a food sensitivity thing.
Yep. What if
I
you're not allergic or food sensitive to anything? What if you're like me?
Well, first I would go to a doctor. Um Maybe I would go to a doctor regardless. I would go to a doctor and tell them my suspicions and be like, "Can you test me for any sort of like food poisoning, not food poisoning, but like any sort of like thing that can make me feel this way." Like tell them your symptoms. I would not confront the boyfriend
No, that's always bad.
about
Bad idea.
this.
Bad idea.
Because he's what if he is poisoning your food, he's
Was
not
he
gonna
gonna say yes?
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "Yes, you got me."
No, you're gonna say no.
No, exactly. So definitely just go to a doctor and try to rule it out.
Yeah, or like just stop eating their food and see if you feel better.
Well, she did.
Yeah, but then she ate the food again and then she felt bad again.
Yeah.
Just
So
stop.
that's confirmed.
Just stop. Take the food to someone and get tested.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who?
I
Bill
don't
Nye,
know.
the science guy?
Yeah, Bill Nye. Fucking call him up. Call that little guy up.
Little guy?
Yeah,
He's pretty tall.
call that big boy up. There's gotta be. There's someone. You you got money. Someone you can hire somebody to test something.
I don't know.
Pay a lab. There is a way. If it's possible, if it's something that can be done, you can get it done. There's always someone who's looking to make
If
money
it's
off their
something
skills.
that can be done, you can get it done.
Unless you're trying to get to the moon, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. It's
Okay.
just a matter of how much money you have. I would think getting your food tested is not a $1 billion operation.
I don't think it's that common or easy as you think.
I agree. I didn't say it was common or
Like,
easy.
where would you bring it?
I don't know, but I would start with researching that.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's do some research right now. 2 seconds later. How can I get food tested to find out if my wife is poisoning me? So, what to do immediately and safely. 1, do not eat or drink anything you have suspected of being tampered with. 2, go to a hospital or urgent care now if you have any symptoms. 3, contact law enforcement. 4, preserve evidence. Is there a way to do it without getting law enforcement involved?
Also, not what we're looking for. Like,
Yes.
say specifically, where can I get my food tested? Do I bring it to a lab? If so, which lab? How much will it cost?
The correct path and safe path is through law enforcement or a hospital.
To bring the food?
Yes. Do not eat or drink anymore. Seal it in an airtight container. Label it. Do not alter it or mix with it. They say go to your nearest hospital emergency department if you feel unwell. Contact the police department. And what if I don't want either of those options?
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill.
What if I don't want to go to a hospital police? If you try to do it privately, you'll end up with unreliable results. That's not a fact. No way to act on it legally or medically, even if it. What if you just want to know? All right, so maybe I was
Hospital
wrong.
makes sense.
Maybe I was wrong where you can't go to a private lab, but I would think that you could find something with enough money. There's got to be something out there.
Okay.
1-800 Test My Food Labs. or something, you know?
Okay.
But yeah, so top comment says, the next day you're feeling sick, go to an ER and explain the situation. Maybe a little extra test so you can figure out what's going on. If they're poisoning you or not, this is a change that should be figured out. And OP replies and says, but it doesn't really cause me to be really sick, just some kind of nauseating inconvenience and weakness, not really ER worthy. And someone else says, urgent care then. But whether this is poisoning or an allergy or something else, it is consistent and involves your health and you need to figure out what's going on. Edit, there is an edit that says, no, I do not have any food intolerances or food allergies. The food he brings are standard dishes I've eaten from other sources in the past.
Okay.
All
Thanks for
right, so
clarifying.
what the hell did they put in it? So there's an update. 3
I'm sad.
months later.
Oh.
In the past, I asked what I can do with a relationship if I had a nagging sense that either my significant other or his family was poisoning me. The reason for this nagging sense was that I constantly experienced 2 episodes of food poisoning symptoms that progressed 100% exactly the same way: chills, headaches, and becoming bedridden, all 3 to 4 days after consuming the food.
Damn.
Some writers said that maybe I needed to get help, to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist. What's the difference?
Why?
Or to get therapy. That it was all in my mind. I'm well familiar with Reddit's misogyny, but I gave everything the benefit of the doubt. My personality just makes me this way. Some Redditors even commented that this must be fake or I must be trolling. My post was then locked down and I couldn't reply anymore. Most helpful Redditors told me to simply not eat the food prepared for me. Sure, except it does nothing for the relationship aspect. So, update. After several months, my ex finally admitted to it.
No.
The way I found out was when I confronted my ex outright.
Oh, shit.
Although he tried deflecting and gaslighting at the start, I firmly kept pressing and he finally admitted to it. It turns out that his mother had been lacing the food with some chemical compound from their farm.
What?
From the original post, his mother one day started packing food for me, and I started getting sick.
Oh my God.
At first, I thought it was COVID. However, when I went to see a doctor, he said outright that what I had was not COVID. Furthermore, tests concluded I, in fact, did not have COVID. Then I got sick again, and the progression of the sickness was exactly the same way. Exactly the same. The symptoms and the duration. By this time, I definitely felt something was up. After days of just throwing the food prepared for me and not getting sick ever again, when my ex came over, I finally confronted him. As usual, he tried to weasel his way out, but I put my foot down. He admitted that his mother did not like me,
Holy hell.
that she thought I was taking him away from her.
Oh my
The
God.
conversation went something like this. Me. What? Take you away from her? What does that even mean? Him. I don't know. Me. But her conclusion is to poison me? My ex just turned and looked away and stopped making eye contact. I felt a nagging sense that something wasn't right and didn't make much sense. Me. So why didn't you say anything all this time? Him. I told her to stop.
Oh my God.
Me. And how do we know she stopped? At this point, he was shocked. His shock shocked me. Something was definitely wrong. Me. I stopped eating the food you guys have been preparing for me and just threw them out instead. I haven't had any problems since. He didn't say anything. Me. But why? Why all this? You knew.
Oh my God.
Actually,
Oh my God.
at this point, I just wanted everything to be done with, but I knew I had to keep pressing to get the answers I wanted to find closure. After a while, he finally admitted it. He was the one who wanted it.
What?
He wanted a way out of the relationship.
What?
He had started casually conversing with another woman and said that he maybe wanted to be with her.
Oh my God.
His conclusion was to have his mom prepare food and lace them with
Oh my
chemicals
God.
from the farm. What the fuck was I hearing?
No, what the fuck?
Me. So why need to poison me? Why not just tell me? He thought that if I was sick long enough, he would find an excuse to say the relationship wasn't working. What the actual fuck? At this point, it went without saying that I was beyond just upset. This was a fucking crime being admitted to. He also said he never thought I would be that sick, but that I would just be lethargic and felt overwhelmed. He expected me to break up with him too. Well, that I did anyway, motherfucker. He pleaded with me not to call the cops on him or his mother. I said I'll think about it and made him leave my place. The audacity of this fucker. I've since broken up with him and moved on with my life. Fuck that asshole.
Did you call the cops?
Top comment says, he'll do this to someone else if you don't call the cops on him. And OP replies and says, I do have plans, but honestly, I don't really want to deal with any more of this shit.
Girl, come on. Come on.
Yep.
You need to. You absolutely need to. Like, there's no question here. I understand you're over it, but
you gotta do it for the next person. Someone says,
do it for
don't
the
wait
next
too long.
person.
Someone says, don't wait too long. I know you're trying to heal, but you need to go to the cops like yesterday. They need to be able to collect evidence like yesterday.
Oh my God.
Someone else comments and says, I came here to say this. In my small town, a teenage girl would make curried egg sandwiches for her parents for lunch who would get violently ill afterwards. She eventually did it to one of their workers as well, who went to the hospital extremely unwell. Turns out she was lacing their sandwiches with Roundup to poison her parents over an argument they had. The police were called against her parents' wishes and she was charged. That's the way it should be. Charged.
Oh my God. This was actually worse than I.
Okay, but there's a point where it says, after days of just throwing the food prepared for me and not getting sick ever again, when my ex came over, I finally confronted him. When my ex came over, that implies that you do not live together. Therefore, that implies breaking up with somebody is as simple as saying, I do not want to date you anymore.
Yeah.
I could maybe, like, it's still so fucked up.
No, I know.
But I could see it coming from if you feel trapped with the person, like you live with them, married with them, whatever, you feel trapped.
Do not try to normalize this.
No, I'm not trying to normalize it, but I'm saying, like, I could understand where it's coming from. No, I can understand. Not saying it's right, but I could understand where your fucking dumbass delusion idea came from. But be like, you want them to break up with you, whatever. So terribly wrong and dumb. But the fact that you're not trapped, you don't live with them, and all you have to say over a text message,
yeah, literally,
is I don't want to date you anymore. I'm breaking up with you. That's all you have to do.
I know. You could be a piece of shit and do it through text. You never have to see that person again.
Yeah. Instead, you're like,
I'm gonna
fucking poison them. Genius idea.
Also, how do you get poisoning to her breaking up with you? Like, without her knowing about the poisoning part.
Yeah.
Because A plus B does not equal C.
100%. You need to call the police and charge. I guess this is why my research is saying police. You gotta, the person who's poisoning you needs to get charged.
Yeah.
So another.
Okay, so sorry.
Yep.
But one other point. Why is his mom bringing you food all the time? So fucking often.
Yeah.
Why was that a thing? They weren't even living together.
Right?
Why is she your food delivery service?
No,
why is she your factory meals?
No, I think he was bringing it from his mom, not his mom dropping it off.
Still, that's still a little bit odd.
It's
that
not.
Would be like
it's not. No, it's not odd when you consider the fact that she was only making the meals to poison her.
I know, but like, I would be questioning.
Oh,
that.
I see what you mean.
Like while we weren't living together and we were in the beginning stages of
every
dating,
time you came over,
I brought food that my mom prepared for you.
Well, if it was penne alla vodka, but yeah.
No, but come on.
Every time you came over, you're bringing food over that your mom prepared for me.
I think that's odd.
That would be a little odd. It is. That's why your mom didn't do that, because your mom's not odd. That's you, Franca.
Correct.
You're not odd. So it's a comment on the Best of Redditor post. It says, this reminds me of something I read where a woman was being poisoned by her mother-in-law. Every time they got together for a family dinner, she'd be sick afterwards. Finally, they went to a meal once where the mother put out some dipping sauces at each person's place. So she swapped hers and her husband's sauces. When they got home, her husband was sick. When she told him what she did, he looked at her with absolute disdain, and she realized that he was in on it. I don't think they ever provided the motivation, but that was really fucked up.
What?
Oh my God, what?
We need to find that story.
So another person replies to that and says, friend of mine went through a similar story. She left the guy without notice for being a psycho and didn't get sick anymore. She started to lose lots of weight and had a lot of digestive issues, treatments, helped some bits, but always kept falling in the same condition. In one occasion, her partner made smoothies for both of them, but she felt it was still too chunky. Put them back in the blender, and the dude noticed he started to get weird about getting poisoned. In time, she never questioned the food he served, and though the smoothie thing was just another weird red flag, it was after leaving him and talking about it with friends that we pointed it out. Someone replied to that and said, yes, I read the same thing years ago. It was a Dear Prudence column on slate.com and maybe also ran in the Washington Post that has always haunted me. I think it was an Oju for prime rib that the woman finally swapped with her husband, pursuant to which he got violently ill.
That's
Yep, that's the
absolutely
one.
nuts.
And then someone says, here it is. And there's a link to it. And
oh my God. Oh, it's so long.
yeah, there's a link if you are interested in going through it. I don't know. Seems to be lots of stories. Seems to be lots of stories on it. So it's not just that one. Yeah. Oh man. Crazy. Someone says, crazy how some people would rather cause bodily harm to someone than have a difficult conversation with them.
Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Are we all okay?
Someone said, if only there was a way to end a relationship without murder.
Holy hell, man. Get a
Yeah.
grip.
Yeah.
Seek help.
Agreed.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Back to you.
All right. Trigger warning for talks of sexual assault. Am I overreacting? My boyfriend's daughter was in bed while he was being intimate on the phone with me. So last night, my boyfriend and I were having phone sex and sending pictures/videos to each other through Snapchat. My boyfriend sometimes and most of the time lets his daughter, that is 5 years old, sleep in his bed when I'm not there. She doesn't like going to her own bed, and he gives in and lets her sleep with him when I'm not there with him. Last night, when this was going on, I didn't ask him during if she was put in her own bed because I had assumed he had done that before following through with our phone call and messaging. But I had later found out today that she slept in his bed last night, and she was in the bed while he was sending me pictures, videos of him touching himself, and was on the phone with me talking me through it. This made me feel extremely uncomfortable. Not that I would think he would ever do anything I say to her, but there's a side of me that feels like it was a form of that. But then I also don't have kids, so I'm not sure if I'm overreacting. I just know I'm feeling a bit off about it.
I'm feeling a bit off about it too. I think that's really gross.
Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, I'm just lost for words because that's fucked up.
It's really fucked up.
Really feeling off about that. I don't like that. Great. Where's your morals? What the fuck?
Like, that's your child.
Yeah. Like
5 years old. Okay, she might not understand what you're doing. It doesn't freaking matter.
Doesn't matter.
You understand. You should know better. You're the adult.
That's gross.
Top comment. Honestly, he needs to be reported. I have a daughter, and the fact that he would even remotely do something like this is fucking absurd. His moral compass is broken. I don't usually comment, but this is completely wrong and out of line with what's right. Poor little girl. Never in a million years would I ever. In the words of Michael Jordan, stop it. Get some help. It's this frog in the hot water concept that is disturbing. He builds up a tolerance to what is right or wrong with his daughter, and slowly but surely he does more and more inappropriate stuff around her, or even worse, with. I'm not even going to keep on. But if I found out a guy was doing this around me, or if I was that little girl's stepdad, I'd freak all the way out over this.
Yeah. Agreed.
Oh my God.
Agreed.
We're sick.
Okay. That's leaving the episode off on a very dark note.
I'm
So
sorry.
let's move on. I hope you guys enjoyed this ThreadTalk podcast episode.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's
What do you got? Any life updates?
my Christmas tree is up.
Teresa, guys, if you're listening to this, do us a favor. Go on to Instagram, go to Denver and Teresa, and hit a like button on the video that Teresa posted for Christmas.
Oh my.
Because Teresa decorated the RV for Christmas. We got a Christmas tree. We moved the couch out behind us. Christmas tree is up. And Teresa had like how many hours of footage? 2.5?
No.
2.5 hours of footage? 3.5 hours of footage that Teresa had to edit and go through to make into a reel or a TikTok or whatever. And she did a great job.
Took me 4 hours to edit.
And she, at this current time, we still have to go through and do the second draft. And she's already spent 4 hours on it. So by the time you're listening to this, it is live. So please go help her out because she put even more hours of work into finishing it up. So smash that like
Content
button.
creation is so tedious.
Concentration?
Content creation.
Content creation. Okay. That's not what I heard.
Did I misspeak?
I don't know. Maybe I misheard.
Content creation is... I'm not going to say it's hard because it's not hard, but it's annoying and I don't have patience.
It's time consuming.
It's so...
When you see those like videos where a lot happens in the video and happens so quickly, just know that it's
took hours.
It's a lot to create that.
Hours, like, especially after, like, you know, I still have a job and then I have to like...
And to be fair to other content creators, Teresa's not a content creator, so she doesn't have the efficiency and like she doesn't 100%.
I'm very amateur.
Yeah, like it's not like she goes in and she 100% knows how to use the editing software to be the most optimal. It's like she's editing it on her phone on CapCut, so she's not having the most easy workflow progress. Where like if it was me and I went to go to try to create the same video, I would probably do it in a lot quicker because that's all I do. But Teresa's over here. She's trying to earn her piece of the pie.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was good content. So
it is good content. It's great video. Great video. A lot of work. Hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Christmas tree is up. RV is decked out.
Christmas movies have been watching.
Yes. Wait, we
fell asleep to the animated 2021 or 2018 Grinch or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Only like the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, I fell asleep right as he was stealing Cindy Woohoo's house. Cindy Loohoo's house. I fell asleep right when
yeah, around there.
Right when he was about to leave.
No spoilers.
The house. That's all the Grinches have the joking. Cindy Woohoo
joking
in it. Yeah.
Also, what else? Oh my God, we got so much snow.
Frickin' winter wonderland here. Before we got snow, we moved from my sister's house into the driveway, and then we broke more of the trailer going up my uncle's ramp or to get into the garage. And we took over my whole uncle's garage, taking up 2 bays in his big garage. Feel bad. And we're going to get the RV fixed. And then while we were here, the day after we got into the garage, thank God, it started snowing outside. And I was like, so grateful to be inside this garage. And it's still the garage is still cold. The garage isn't heated. So the garage just doesn't have the outside elements. And it stays probably around like 7 degrees Celsius in the garage. Still cold. And the RV still needs to like keep staying warm. But we are so much warmer than we would be in that snowstorm.
Yeah.
Teresa's gotten 2 snow walks in.
Yeah, because we're on like 200 acres.
Yeah,
property here, and there's like lots of trails and stuff, so it's really nice, and it's just so magical.
Very magical. Yeah.
What else?
Let's see. If you guys don't know, we're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you guys are listening on Spotify, do me a favor, please. Just open up your YouTube app, head over to ThreadTalk Podcast, hit the subscribe button. If you're already on the app, smash the like button on this video, hit the subscribe button. What are you waiting for? Help us out, get us to 20K.
Don't look at me. You're good at this, not me.
While you're on YouTube, go over to Denver and Teresa for our RV travel vlogs. We're 11 vlogs deep now, so check us out. We got some funny adventures. Got llamas in there, goats in there, wrecking our RV in there. Lots of stuff.
Excuse me. Sorry. That was a big yawn.
Lots of stuff on the RV travel content. They're coming out every Saturday, so make sure you guys subscribe to that. We're aiming for 10,000 subscribers on the travel account. Right now, we're at 6.
Yep. Also, if you guys don't know, we have 2 episodes a week coming out now. So if you don't know this and you're listening to it, go back and listen to the last 3 Fridays.
Yeah, Fridays.
3 Fridays.
And tune in for this Friday. We got another best of the week story. So the Friday episodes are always going to be the top rated stories from our favorite categories coming to you live on Friday.
Yeah.
And then we got more bonus episodes on Patreon. So there's 77 bonus episodes. Some of the best stories that we've ever had are on our Patreon. So if you're running out of stories, you want more Thread Talk podcasts, you want more Teresa, come check us out on Patreon. We appreciate
Just
all of
me?
your support.
Just me?
Yeah.
Or
They
Teresa?
hate me. They love you.
That's not true.
Well, let us know in the
That's not
comments who you like more.
No, I don't like that. Let's
Just
not
let us
do
know
that.
in the comments that you don't hate me. That's it. I'm in the comments writing to say that I don't hate Denver. Don't love him either, but I don't hate him.
Yeah, I'm ready for Christmas.
Teresa's stacked.
I literally
ready
can't
for
think
Christmas.
of anything else.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Like we've decorated the RV, and I haven't really done anything. All I've done is work.
yeah,
It's
been busy.
Yeah.
It's been a busy 6 months.
It's been nonstop, and I've gotten to the point where like I have such long list of things to do. I'm trying to redo the merch website. I'm trying to edit the 3 episodes per week now, plus a vlog episode per week. Plus I've got a list of RV repairs to do. Plus I've got some Teresa Eats videos to do. I've just got so much stuff that I'm trying to stay afloat with my weekly stuff and then also get ahead on the extra stuff. And
yeah, because the holidays are coming up too.
And we need
to take a couple weeks off.
Yeah, we need to bulk up a little bit so we can take our weeks off at Christmas time. So now we need to do even more episodes per week. So
everybody give Denver a round of applause because you have absolutely been killing it, doing all of the content creation all on your own. I haven't been helping besides making that one TikTok.
Yeah.
I haven't been editing anything. You've been working more than my full-time job.
Yeah.
You've been working more hours than me.
It's okay. I gotta make up for lost time because, before we went for the wedding, I was working less hours than you were every week, and I was kind of visiting my nibbling on Fridays and stuff. And I was, doing some other stuff, some car stuff on Fridays, where now I need to put in a bit more of overtime. So it's all good. And hopefully in a couple years, you'll be able to step away from your job and relieve some stress from me.
Yeah. Well, everybody thank Denver for being able to listen to this episode today.
Yeah. Just hit the like button and subscribe. It's a free way to support us, and we appreciate it.
But yeah, I think that's all.
That's all, folks. We'll see you on Friday for Best of the Week, and then we'll see you on Sunday for Patreon.
Thanks for being here. Goodbye.
Bye.